Mhm.
36 have been accused of spousal abuse. 7 have been arrested for, and he said, Dad, guess which is it? Is it NBA or NFL? 36 have been accused of spousal abuse. 7 have been arrested for fraud. 19 have been accused of writing bad checks. 117 have directly or indirectly been bankrupted at least 2 businesses. 3 have done time for assault. 71, I repeat, 71 cannot get a credit card due to their bad credit. 14 have been arrested on drug-related charges. 8 have been arrested for shoplifting. 21 currently are defendants in lawsuits, and 84 have been arrested for drunk driving in the last year. How many of you think NBA? How many of you think NFL? Well, the answer is neither. It's the 435 members of the United States Congress.
Let's do that again real quick.
Guess which is it? And he said, Dad, guess which is it? Is it NBA or NFL? 36 have been accused of spousal abuse.
We already kind of said this. You know it's Congress. So as I replay this a second time, and now that you know it's Congress, listen a little closer. This is your Congress.
And he said, Dad, guess which is it? Is it NBA or NFL? 36.
Hey, dang bug, man.
And
there we
said,
go.
Dad, guess which is it? Is it NBA or
Freaking
NFL?
touch screen.
36 have been accused of spousal abuse.
36.
7 have been arrested for fraud.
Fraud.
19 have been accused of writing bad checks.
No surprise there.
17 have directly or indirectly been bankrupted at least 2 businesses. 3 have done time for assault. 71, I repeat, 71 cannot get a credit card due to their bad credit. 14 have been arrested on drug-related charges. 8 have been arrested for shoplifting. 21 currently are defendants in lawsuits, and 84 have been arrested for drunk driving in the last year. How many of you think NBA? How many of you think NFL? Well, the answer is neither. It's the 435 members of the United States Congress.
Okay, we have a group of criminals, which is defined as a gang, right? A criminal gang that writes our laws. Did you know that every time you write a law, you create a crime? It's like a default, right? You write a law, thus now something is illegal. You just created a crime. So we got a bunch of criminals creating crimes, and nothing gets done about it. And I'm going to explain why. Because originally when this country was started, the police were to police the Congress, the politicians, because we learned from England, where we fought them to come over here and have freedom. We learned from them over there that the biggest enemy, the one to watch out for, are these sleazebags, right? So the police were more originated to police these guys. It's the checks and balances, right? But they don't. No, they don't. We have police that like to harass and intimidate the public, the citizens. Okay? That is not what was intended. The citizens can police themselves because we're free. We have that inner insight in our nature. So we really don't need to be told what to do. We like to do the right thing when we have sufficient supplies. When you don't have sufficient supplies in which to live with, you have to revert to crime to survive. See, a lot of our crime that's going on is a direct result of their decisions, okay? The laws that they pass. I want you to think hard on that. When I tell you that the police are to police the Congress, not the citizens, it sounds like a weird, strange, abstract idea. But if they did their job, we would not be in the mess that we're in. A lot of police fail to see that as the people that they're protecting are the ones that are taking away their rights as well. So they're kind of in cahoots together to take away your rights, your God given rights. Yeah, like life, liberty, and the pursuit of property, not the pursuit of happiness. See, the guys went and changed the wording in your Constitution. Do you think that? Do you think these scumbags should be able to do that? I don't think so. So, please forgive me about my language tonight. Let me explain something. This is oh, the Lord says not to curse, and that's not to put a curse on people, not to hex people. Cuss words were actually come from him. They're an adjective that goes a little stronger to describe something a little more seriously, so you hear it and you pay attention a little more. Okay, so forgive me for any cussing tonight. It is actually something that's being channeled through me. You're hearing the frustration of the Lord, okay? And you're not too happy right now. So let's get started right here with, how this all started. We're here at September 10th of 2017, okay? The day my life turned upside down, inside out, backward, forward, violent change in my life, okay? Not like throwing blows and getting, violent, but something happened so disturbing and so life changing, okay? And wasn't sure how to do this at first, but as we went through it, I've found a technique. So I want you to take note of this day. This is September 10th of 2017. Okay, this is 13 days before the Revelation 12 star alignment. Because on September 23rd, the same month, 13 days later, on 2017, the woman draped in the sun with the moon at her feet and a crown of 12 stars stood in the sky. It's a 2,000-year-old prophecy. I think it's even older. That came true. It's a miracle. It's a sign, right? Said in the Bible. Look up. You'll see this. When you see that sign, well, it's a celestial signpost. We're in a certain part of space now. Just kind of what it's indicating. If you see this, well, then you're in a certain part of space. Okay, you're right on schedule. Okay, so back around this time, I was studying the sun and watching for what I was told to watching for signs in the sun. Now, this sign was like it was a different behavior out of the sun. Okay, it was an indicator that, whoa, that's not what we're expecting right now. It was out of the norm, right? So this is the day my life changed. I started off the day just doing some probably grocery shopping, running errands or whatever. And when I came home, I saw this image sitting on my computer, and I thought somebody had broken into my room and turned on my computer, because I did not pull this image up. I did not even turn it on yet. So it was sitting there by itself already. And there had been a series of X flares, if some of you are familiar of what the flare activity is on the sun. So these X flares were huge, and they're during a time where the sun goes into its 11-year solar minimum cycle. And this was not just a solar minimum, it was supposed to be a really grand solar minimum. The sun wasn't just going to take a nap, it was going to hibernate a little bit, right? So it's acting all calm, there's no more activity, and then 1, 2, 3 X flares in a row, some of the biggest ones we've ever seen. And I was like, whoa, what happened there? But then it occurred to me, oh, that was different behavior that we're told to look for. So the first X flare was like, I don't remember exact numbers, but let's just say like X10. The second one was like a X 9.8, pretty good size ones. And then the third one was another X flare, but it was like a 7.8. So compared to the first two, I poo-pooed this one. I almost clicked away from it and was like, that's just that third one. But then I heard a voice say my name, Brian. There's something wrong with that image. Now, when I'm thinking in my head, I don't refer to myself in third person. It's thoughts going through your head. I think I'm hungry. I need something to drink. I got to go to the bathroom. Never do I ever think a thought in my head using my first name. That's just the way I work. So when that happened, I was like, wait a second. Maybe there is something wrong with this picture. So I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it and I don't see it and I don't see it and I don't see it. I hear Brian, think the big picture. Oh, zoom in on it. There we go. So I zoom in, I'm looking around and everything like that. Don't see it. Getting a little frustrated, so take a smoke. So I go out and I have a smoke, and when I came back in, I had left the cursor on this little red line here, and you see the small pop-up. It's the same image that's in the background, just smaller. It's compressed. It's not zoomed in, you're zoomed out, and it's compressed. It was in this pop-up, but I finally saw it. It's the compressed image is a little clearer. We're too close to it. So when I came back in, I saw the image in this, and it became crystal clear. And I almost dropped dead right there from a heart attack because I know what's there, and I see it. And a lot of people probably not going to believe this, but here we go. So go back just a few little frames right here, and
starts to move away. You see it cause a third flare. Boom. Here's our object right here. This looks like Nibiru.
Okay, it's a black object. It's a black, like black circular spheroid, okay? And it's got plasma that came out of the sun from the north pole of the sun and made an arc. It's like an electric arc, a complete circuit from the south to the north. That arc right there, this object crossed a magnetic boundary line or field line and caused a spark off the sun, which is a giant CME. But because of that activity, you can now see this darker object in the middle. You see plasma draping in front of it going around. And then on the side here is like looks like a wing or a little ear or a little horn or whatever. And there's one on this side too, but it's faint. And this camera setup might not pick it up. So we're just going to continue. A winged planet. Everybody was looking for Nibiru at the time too, weren't they? And they're getting, lens flares, and they're like, look, I captured it. I'm like, darn it, that's a lens flare. Then all of a sudden, nobody's captured it, but here it is. Oh shit, I captured it. This is like a stellar core. It's the core of a planet or a star that has lost all of its magma and crust or whatever activity that was causing it to be a star. It's the super dense core of a celestial body, okay? So dense and so electron depleted, let's say over depleted. It is so starved for electrons that any light that hits it absorbs it. It absorbs those electrons and it won't bounce off and come back to your eye. So this thing is hard to see because it does not reflect light. It absorbs light. It's basically invisible and can only be seen when silhouetted, which means, silhouetted from the outside. And what's going to silhouette it? Well, plasma will, okay? You're looking at Nibiru right there, the real deal. right when the Bible says it'll be there. Okay. But everybody misinterpreted the Bible and missed the dragon. Okay. They all saw the woman. The Stellarium program predicted it. Got technology now to where we can, like a computer program called Stellarium. They can either align the planets and it'll kick out a date, or you can punch in a date and it'll show you the configuration, right? So here we are, 13 days before Revelation 12, the star alignment. Okay, let me even pull that up really quick because we got so much tonight. This is probably going to be one of my last shows for a while. Okay, so go get your popcorn, your drink, get comfortable, go to the bathroom. We're going to do a quick tutorial on Revelation 12. Just for those who aren't aware, it's also, important that you see that this is this was predicted, and it actually happened. Here we go. And this should have been enough right here. This should have told you, wait a second, the odds of that happening, it's God that's controlling the stars. The stars were under somebody's control. Well, it's not you. It's not, mankind is doing it, right? So the fact that this happens proves God, if you know what to look for, right? So here we go. Our great sign in heaven.
On September 23rd, 2017, the sun, moon, and stars will align to fulfill a 2,000-year-old prophecy. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. Before you click off this video, I understand there's been many false predictions, false prophecies over the years.
Let that run for just a second.
Bear with me and see. First, you need to understand that God made the sun, moon, and stars, and they all obey his order. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in the season? So we see here that God himself says that he moved the constellations. They obey his ordained order. There's many more verses. Please pause the video to see them. They'll also be in the description. Okay, so we have the constellation Virgo clothed with the sun. And then, as you can see here, the moon is under her feet. And above her head is the 9 stars from the constellation Leo, plus the 3 planets that align perfectly. And to fulfill the birth prophecy, you have Jupiter that stays in the womb for 9 months. Absolute precision. Another thing you must realize is this is not astrology. This is the lost knowledge of biblical astronomy. Stick with me and you'll see. Let's start at the beginning and see what God said. And let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Jesus himself said that when he returns, there should be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. Think about this. If God...
So this is a sign possibly that Jesus is here. Not coming. When you see this, you must he said redemption draws nigh. That means your redeemer is near. Okay, well, how much nearer can you get than being on the planet, right? Walking around in the flesh like last time. So here we go. 10 or 13 days before this event happened, and now we're going to go just a tad bit here.
It's got a wing coming off on this side and a wing coming off on that side.
Hi, you guys. I've missed you all.
Because behind that is this big object right here. This is what's causing our flares. Here's a conduit of plasma that is sucking off of our sun, going into this planet. Here's a damage ring or an impact zone on this planet right here. You can see Nibiru sticking out in front of it here. Doing this backwards. You can see it goes backwards. There's the second flare. Back behind the sun, comes back out. There's the first flare. The mass of that object is sucking material off of our sun, causing these flares. Boom. there.
Sorry.
Back behind the
That's
sun.
not gonna work.
Back out. Second flare. Third flare.
Okay. This white circle represents the size of the sun. The black circle is an occulter that's on the camera because the sun blinds the camera. So if you cover up that little spot of the sun, God dang bug, man. Oh, I've been through a lot. Bear with me. The challenges I go up against is crazy.
Back, folks.
All right, back to
I'd
you.
like to. Looks like Nibiru. It's got a.
Okay.
Is this big object right here? This is what's causing.
All right, so I wanted to be able to get a better shot, but right there, let's get back to what we were doing. I have no pointer. I was not prepared. All right, so white circle is the size of the sun. The black circle is the occulter. This object is at like a 45-degree back, going back in behind the sun. You can tell by the angle of this conduit of plasma that it's still kind of back behind the sun. It's coming from behind it and going this way towards us a little bit, all right? It hit a magnetic field line, and now an arc went over this. It's a invisible round spheroid that can only be seen with when it's draped when it's draped by the sun. I need a hang on. This is a very hard image to see, and when I try to show it, people go, I don't see it. So it's because I got shoddy equipment. I'm poor. Where are we going here? Maybe that will work. Nope. Anyways, it's black. It's circular like this. Now, definitions. I don't even have my book. All right, so this celestial object is a stellar core as well. Okay, it's the core of a really big star, because there's a lot of stars out there that are much, much larger than ours, right? There are stars so big that their core could possibly be bigger than our sun, right? You can see this core right here is bigger than the sun, okay? Nothing can affect the sun unless it's stronger or bigger. And do you see something affecting the sun? Something that's stronger and bigger? Right there, that stellar core and the size of it, the mass of that compared to the mass of our sun, by definition, that fits the definition of a black hole. Now, let me explain a black hole really quick because, well, our media and Hollywood and stuff have got you all thinking that a black hole is a tear in the fabric of the universe, right? Or whatever, that it's a hole, when it's not. It's actually a super dense round spheroid. Okay, so your idea of a black hole sometimes is not what you think. So when you see one, you won't know, right? These bugs just like, oh, hey, it's party time. So by definition, that object in the back there is a black hole. Okay, super dense spheroid, absorbing light, causing reactions off the sun. The plasma came off, draped over it, and drew a 3D representation. Here, watch this. Where is that? It's in, help me, Lord. Where are we going? I got another even better shot of one. So I know this is a little rough, but that black hole is interacting with our sun. It's not at the edge of the solar system. It's not, across space. It's here, right next to our sun. Okay. A lot of astrophysics going on here. Everybody thinks we're rotating around this, or that it's going around the sun, right? Well, astrophysics would dictate that this larger object has more gravity and mass, that it's our sun that's actually going past it, we're rotating around it. It's not going around our sun. We're going around it. We're that close to a black hole and we're going around it. There is a certain barrier around a black hole called the event horizon. Do you think maybe we've crossed the event horizon? Do you think you could go light speed through a black hole? That's like driving a Cadillac into a brick wall and thinking you're going to go through it. Hey, if I can go on light speed. No, it's not a hole. It's super dense. It's denser than a brick wall. 1 teaspoon of that material right there would outweigh the Earth. Or the Earth, not the sun, sorry. So it's super, super dense. It's out of phase. Imagine like a battery with like copper wire in it, right? That gets charged. And then once you deplete all the electrons out of that copper wire and there's none left, well, then you take some more out. And when you do that, now copper turns into another material. It's out of phase. It's electron depleted, super depleted. So any interaction with light, plasma, electrons, it's going to suck it in. It's not going to let it bounce off. That's what makes it invisible. Now, I just showed you the invisible. I made the invisible visible. Huh. Something that's almost undetectable, hard to see. You can't see it because light absorbs, so making it invisible. It's much like an invisible table. Well, you can see it if you throw a tablecloth over it, can't you? It makes out the edges and corners and defines the shape. It's the same effect using plasma. That's God's handiwork right there. You can tell he painted that picture right there. That is the sign. That because in Revelation 12, a lot of people missed the dragon because it says there was a sign in heaven, the woman. Then there was another sign. A great red dragon stood before the woman. Stood before. 13 days before the woman, this stood in the sky. The dragon stood before the woman. And everybody missed it. And God gave this to me and told me to warn the people. So that took a while. I had to get over some obstacles first that this caused. I mean, scared out of my wits, right? So, and for good reason. A lot of astrophysicists, when they see this and they know what they're looking at, drop dead from a heart attack. That image right there can kill if you're not prepared. So, there's a black hole rotating around the sun. Definitely a sign in the sun, right? So, that's the dragon. I captured the dragon when everybody missed it because it's invisible. And I make the invisible visible. Okay? This little Nibiru object is in front of it. It's a core, a stellar core, that's been stripped. It was a planet, a star, whatever. This object stripped that object way down to its core. This is a core that's orbiting the bigger one. Almost like another little miniature solar system type thing, but it's all black. It's all dark matter. Okay? That's your dark matter right there. You're going to get like $1 million education for free. Okay? So, dark matter, black hole, next to our sun. The other sign in the heavens that everybody missed. And it's important because they all saw the woman, started to believe, but they missed the dragon, and they poo-pooed that the revelation. Didn't come true. No one saw the dragon. Well, just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't come true. Okay, we have a problem with that scenario. There's a lot of things that people don't think are true that are, and just because you don't believe or understand doesn't discount it. It's still a fact. It's still a truth. Okay, these are all truths. I'm showing you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Well, because I am the truth. Now let's move on. So Revelation 12. So starting September 10th, my life changed in a, oh boy, did it change. So September 10th, I got a little heads up. There's the dragon. And then 13 days later, the Revelation 12 sign happened. Okay. Now, what I'm about to show you next, all of this stuff that happened to me right before and right after the Revelation 12 sign. Okay. It's important that you understand this is all right around that date. Okay. And my life goes into this weird, oh boy. So there's your dragon. It's sorry, got some bad news. We're all, this planet, just like it says in the Bible, is the sun and the earth will pass away. Okay. So when the earth passes away, where are you going to run and hide? I mean, there's nowhere to run and hide. So I got an idea, dig a bunker anyways and go hide, right? And all the elites right now are going to the bunkers, aren't they? That's a man sign. That's one that you should look for in man. When you see man scurrying and hiding, well, that's another sign, right? And for good reason. You know, they didn't know. I don't think they knew about this until I pointed it out. So I probably shocked NASA and the community when they're like, oh, I thought it was a hole in the fabric of space. Well, you know, you probably went to Professor so-and-so, Doctor of Bullshit or whatever. Here, this is the real deal, okay? And it said it would happen before the woman, and there it is. So, this happens, flips my life upside down. Revelation 12 backs it up, okay? And I am just going, what? Why did nobody see this? You know, why wasn't it captured? Well, because God sent it to me knowing that I would report on it. You think if NASA captured this? Well, they did. This is NASA's image. This is NASA's image, and they delete out stuff that they don't want to be seen. Did they delete out something they wanted to be not wanted to be seen? That's what kind of tells me they didn't see it. They weren't aware of how it worked and what to look for. But now they do, that I've kind of pointed out, and I think your scientific community is reconsidering their theories. So, yeah, sorry. But there's good news. There is good news. Even though this is scary looking, you have nothing to fear. Your big buddy is here. All right. Where are we going, Lord? Oh, yes. Thank you. Now, back to my channel here. And, okay, we're going to do... So I struggled to do the warning video. That was the video right there that you just watched, was the warning. I tried to do my best. I just started doing a couple of little, fun videos of lizards and, the mountains and stuff like that. So I was just tinkering around and getting warmed up at how to post a video. I get this, I post the video. I'm a wreck. I am, I'm crying, screaming, and praying, all three at once. Something I never felt before, something I didn't think was possible. And I'm a blubbering idiot here on my knees out in my separate garage here, crying, screaming, and praying. Now, this little camera set up, make sure nobody's stealing anything or whatever. And it captured me when I was praying. And later on, when I went through the video to see if there was any, anything, anybody broke in or whatever, and I saw this, and I'm like, what the heck? That's from that night I was a mess. That's me praying right there. So we're going to start off, play this one a little bit.
Welcome back. So I've been going through some of the old photos and running them through the filter, and this was one of the first ones that I had ever captured. And what's going on here is I'm here on my knees. I'm crying and screaming and praying, all three at once. I was in some extreme anguish. A paranormal traumatic event happened to me, something so unbelievable you guys wouldn't believe it. So if I told you, so I'm going to show you instead.
So I'm going to show you
So in this image here, I'm sitting here praying, and Mary's head appears right next to my head, and we're going to zoom in on this. You can't go in too tight on it, but she's looking down at my head this way. Let's see, there's pretty good. And you can make out her eye and her nose coming down. Her shawl coming over, and it's in shadow right here. This is a shadow of the inside of her shawl going over her head like this. Here's her eye, her nose, her other eye would be on the other side there. Okay. Can't go in too tight on it. And then also is this white ball with an eye in it, this white orb with an eye in it. Okay, and that's not all, because over here in this corner up here is an angel, the silhouette of an angel with his wings spread, with his back to us, standing in a shaft of light. Here's his head, there's a glow over the head, the wings are extended, and there's a feather coming off. The last feather coming off is crossing over these brown roof tiles in the background here. And you can make out there's an angel right here, and you can even see his head right here. A little bit tighter. So there's the angel with his back to us and his wings spread. Yeah, you can see a lot better with the filter. Before it was really faint and it was hard to see.
Oh boy.
This came out a little bit better here. Yeah, there's Mary looking down at my head because I was in anguish. I mean, what happened to me was just so disturbing. I can't even describe it. I was in crying, screaming, and praying, an experience I'd never felt before. All three of them at the same time. It was just
Anguish.
terrible, but
That's real
what
anguish.
happened was I was out in my garage and praying, and my security camera captured this image. And it wasn't until a few days later that I went back through my security camera that I saw this image and went, "Oh my God, what happened here?"
Does anybody know that when you got Mary and an angel and God in the same picture, well, usually Jesus is in the picture with them. If you look through history and paintings and stuff and study this stuff, when you see these together, usually he's in the picture too. So he is. You just got to know what to look for. Now, let's go to a little bit further. Now, this is the same.
With our same display right here.
Okay.
And this was actually captured the day before the other picture, but I hadn't found it for years later until I was digging around through my, my old pictures and stuff, and went even further back to see if I'd missed anything, and I captured this one. And we're going to zoom into this streak right up here, this one right here.
Note the date. That's October 4th. This is like 11 days after the star alignment.
See, we have a lady's profile here. Here's her eye, here's her forehead, her snub little nose. Here's the bottom jaw. She's smiling. She's looking down and she's holding a baby. And here's the baby's head right here. Here's the face, the back of the head. Here's her arm cupped around like this. And she's holding the baby. Now I'm going to run this through the filter real quick, and it's going to enhance it, but a little bit too much. See, now you can really make out her profile a lot better and see her face, and her headdress is coming over and going down back behind her. And you can still make out the baby's head right here. And if I pull back a little bit, there we go. And this was captured on October 4th. So this was about...
Freaking touchscreen and bugs, dude. Sorry. Come on now. Right there. Right there. No. And
Howdy, folks. Welcome back.
I'm up against
So
someone.
I've been going through some of the old photos.
All right, let's
Still
try
in
it
the
again.
garage with our same display right here. And this was actually
Hopefully you see it a
captured
little
the
bit better
day
now.
before the other picture, but I hadn't found it for years later until I was digging.
So for 2 years, weird stuff going on in my life. I'm wondering what's going on. Why am I being shown this stuff? And then a couple years later, I see this image, and it totally makes sense now. So
around through my my old pictures and stuff, and went even further back to see if I'd missed anything, and I captured this one. And we're gonna zoom into this streak right up here.
now
This
you'll
one
see a
right
little
here.
bit better, hopefully. It's important. These images are hard to see, so
Bear with me for a second here. Now, hopefully, you can see that we have a lady's profile here. Here's her eye, here's her forehead, her snub little nose, here's the bottom jaw. She's smiling, she's looking down, and she's holding a baby. And here's the baby's head right here. Here's the face, the back of the head. Here's her arm cupped around like this, and she's holding the baby. Now I'm going to run this through the filter real quick, and it's going to enhance it, but a little bit too much. See, now you can really make out her profile a lot better and see her face, and her headdress is coming over and going down back behind her. And you can still make out the baby's head right here. And back a little bit. There we go. And this was captured on. You can really make out her profile a lot better and see her face, and her headdress is coming over and going down back behind her. And you can still make out the baby's head right here. And if I pull back a little bit, there we go. And this was captured on October 4th. So this was about 11 days after the Revelation 12 sign. All this stuff started happening to me just prior to the Revelation 12 sign, and then right after it. So it said the woman was about to give birth. Well, it looks like maybe she gave birth, and here's the little baby being caught up to God.
I want you to think about this for a minute. That's a spirit that was born in my garage. That spirit enters a person to reside in its flesh. That would be me. And man, I told you my life turned upside down, inside out, back and forward, right? And now when I saw that and I read the passage in the Bible, that's me. The spirit entered me, and now it's right there. I wasn't born in anybody else's garage. This stuff physically happened to me. It's happening all around you, but physically happening to me is a different category. Just and it's kind of a curse too. It's a blessing, but eternal pain is something that not many people sign up for. Okay, let's just say there's only one person who volunteered. Okay, so there's your Revelation 12 baby. He'll rule the nations with an iron sword. Okay, there it is. Sorry, I've been through some stuff lately, and I'm still recovering from PTSD, and so bear with me. So, Revelation 12 baby, born in my garage. For real. Right when the Bible said it was going to happen, I even captured it. There it is for you to see. If I had told you, yeah, right, sure, you wouldn't believe me. But seeing sometimes is believing, okay? Revelation 12 baby born in my garage the day before the other image. This is October 4th. Look, October 5th. 2 days in a row, I got angels, God Eye, Mary. I got the Revelation 12 baby born in my garage. Okay? Wrap your head around that. I had to. So, there is that. Now, where are we going next, Lord? Let's this is not as easy as it looks, so bear with me here. I haven't done a live stream in a long time either, so okay. So I got where are we going? All right.
Howdy folks, welcome back. So I've been going through some more of these pictures and running them through the filter and stuff. And not only were we finding angels and Mary and stuff, but there's also demons, and I've also found Satan
Yes.
and stuff too.
Yes,
So,
I'm almost dead.
Here at this picture,
My body's
what
shattered.
I'm talking about is in this mosaic of blotchy white
I'll
dots
talk about it later.
that you see this picture is comprised of. When you zoom in really tight in on a picture, you'll see that it's made up of these splotchy little patches and dots. These new digital cameras make these little blotches. Well, hiding in these blotches are faces. And if you haven't seen it yet, there's an eye right here and an eye right here. And when you make eye contact with these two eyes right here, you'll see the mouth fall into place down here. It's snarling. If you look, it's got some kind of streaks or horns or something or wrinkles coming out of its head up here. And this is some kind of demon or principality. You know, other people refer to them as principalities, but this is what I'm talking about, and hopefully you can see this here. This is a pupil right here of an eye. This is a pupil of a bigger eye. Here's the whites of the eye, the white of this eye. These two eyes. Once you look at those, you'll see it falls into place. Maybe I'll pull back a little bit. You can see a little bit better. Zoom in. Right about there is good. And you can make out there's teeth here in this mouth.
Can you guys see
There's
it?
a corresponding mouth with these eyes, wrinkles going across the nose here. This is some kind of demon or principality.
Oh yeah, my
It's
birth
tucked
date.
away
We'll get into
In
that.
the corner of this picture, way back up in here, and you can't even see it as in a normal picture, but you zoom in, swing it over, zoom in, and you can see this face just appear.
That's the spirit
There's more
realm.
faces in this stuff too, but this one's really defined and pretty dominant in this.
That's the spiritual realm right there. I am showing you the invisible, the spirit realm that you can't see, that's invisible, is now visible, isn't it? That right there, a lot of people wouldn't know or recognize. That's a miracle. That's it's paranormal activity. And when it refers to the Bible and you see something that's invisible now become visible that was out of the Bible, it classifies as a miracle. Any of these images that you're looking at are actually miracles, okay, when you look from the right perspective. So let's continue on.
This picture, so I want to start off with that one. Hopefully you guys can see this one. Okay.
How would you feel if you knew that this was happening to you? Okay, here we go.
So in this sequence here, I've got my camera pointed at the couch now because I've been capturing activity around this couch. And one night I was just sitting on my couch there praying and wasn't really thinking of capturing anything. Here I was just sitting here praying before I started taking pictures or doing my thing, and it was already running. And lo and behold, there's some kind of demon up here. You'll see some green wings over here kind of flapping. And it lifts up my bike and spits a bolt of energy on it.
Fiery dart.
And I had no idea this happened until I went back through my pictures and stuff. And I put this series into motion in a flip book. And I realized, oh my goodness, look what happened. It picked up my bike and spit a bolt of energy on it. This one, you can't really see the face too well, but you can make out the wings kind of flapping. We'll pull it over this way a little more. There we go.
Poltergeist activity, moving physical objects.
And this thing turns, picks up my bike, lifts it up, and spits a bolt of energy on it.
Ow, ow.
Okay, there's that. I'll let you look at that one for a second longer.
Excuse me.
Okay, in this series here, I'm sitting on the couch again praying, camera set up, and you'll see a purple streak, a bolt come in here, right there, boom. And it hurt. You can see my reaction to it. So we'll let it run again. Here I am sitting here praying. There's all kinds of stuff jumping around in the background, and then zap right there. And that was a real one. I could feel it. And now when I go back, we're going to go back to the top of that bolt and zoom in on the face.
Oh, warning here.
Okay, so here's the frame out of that sequence of me getting hit with that bolt. You can see the bolt coming down here. It's got a kind of a purple hue to it or whatever. And then we're going to start zooming in to the face up top here. And it's going to be Satan's face. So you guys ready to see this? If not, you might want to stop.
Yeah, fair warning right now. This is serious as a heart attack. If you do not want to see this face, turn away for a minute. This is disturbing stuff, okay? So I'm showing you Satan's face. Okay? Fair warning.
But I do not glorify this at all. I do not like to give him attention, but it's important to know that he's real. Because he wants everybody to think that he's not real. I think you might be able to see this face without me pointing anything out yet.
Is it showing up? Oh,
There we go.
man, it's not showing up. Yeah.
Okay, so let me zoom out so I can see it. If you look right here at this eye, this is his crazed eye. The other on the other side is bigger. It's the all-seeing eye. It's a little out of proportion, but then you can make out the side of his face.
No, you
His
can't.
jawline coming down, the bottom of his chin, his face going up here. Here's his mouth with some evil kind of grin on it. You can see his ear coming out over here. You can make out horns coming up.
Yeah, it's not captured
This
it
is
very
in
well,
that
but
mosaic of dots again,
good.
but these faces pop out and they're more prominent. You can see this one really stands out.
So it's probably not captured it too well, which is, I don't know. You could come over to my channel and just watch the original and you can see it much better, but we don't need to waste too much time on him. But it's there. If you see the original, you'll see it. I wish I could figure out how to like dim my screen here. Yeah, we don't have time. All right, so there it is. There's Satan's face. He's sitting there laughing, spitting fiery darts at me.
Satan right there. You can even make out some wings coming up here. He's mad. He's mad because I'm praying. He's spitting bolts of energy at me and spitting on my bike and doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Why would that be happening? Maybe because of who I am? Let's continue.
So, it's important that you guys know that this entity is real. He's here right now, causing chaos all over the place. I'm sure you guys can see that. And I'm not doing this to scare you. I'm just doing this to inform you guys that this is what I'm capturing. And this stuff is real, and you can see it attacking me. Just another few seconds here on this guy so you can see his face. Make out his ear over here, corresponding horns, eyes, smile, everything.
That was a good question. Where'd that go? Come back, chat. Is there anything specific you can pray? Yes, there is. As long as you stay within the will of the Lord, I can hear him. Okay? I know when you pray because I can hear him. The sincere, heartfelt ones, I hear. Most of the rest is me, I. If you're praying for someone else, there we go. If you don't like what has been provided and you're praying for more, well, maybe let's give some gratitude. I'll hand out some gratitude. You'll be more grateful for what you have. Okay, knowing that your prayers are real and that they're heard, that's enough, right? So whatever you decide to pray that's within the will of the Lord, go to town, please. It's actually, it's actually for your mental health. When you pray, it's not really for me, it's for you. Okay? So you have nothing to lose. I mean, pray for, Lord, give me, you know what I do? Lord, give me strength to cook dinner for my family tonight because I am paralyzed from the waist down and it's going to be really hard to do it. And give me the strength. Give me the strength to help my family. Get stuff like that for other people. Okay. And here's a must. It sounds like it's part AA and part prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, accept the people that don't see. Lord, give me the patience, tolerance, acceptance to continue on. Stuff like that. Okay. I have to say that one 5-10 times in a row really fast until God grant me the serenity. Please, these people are driving me crazy. God, please grant me the serenity. And when you get the serenity, even though you're going through this, that's answered prayer. It's not a coincidence. It happens because you prayed it. And when you see, it's really hard to recognize because you guys sometimes forget your prayers. How can I answer a prayer that's forgotten? That's why sincerity. Usually people don't pray until rock bottom. In fact, oh my gosh, I just saw this one hunter was out hunting deer and he's got this buck in the sights and everything and he's about to pull the trigger and there's a big growl in the background and he swings around with the camera and the grizzly is right there at his face. The dude starts praying right then. Oh God, help me, God. If you're real, help me. Show me a sign that you're real. Show me a sign. Then the bear gets on his knees and says, "Thank you, Lord, for the meal I'm about to receive." All right, let's move on. Maybe you guys got it, maybe you didn't. All right. Bloop, bloop. Thank you, Lord, for the meal I'm about to receive. And when he saw that bear praying, that was a sign that God was real. All right. Why are we frozen with his face on there? Get out of there, you. All right. Lots of solar activity that I report on. I kind of stopped doing that because, I've been in battle. Spiritual quest, straight up hand-to-hand combat. And it's been rough. Now, what we're going to do here, oh yeah, that's where we're going. All right, thank you.
Howdy, folks. Welcome back. So these faces that I've been showing you in the last few videos that are in the etherical or in that mosaic that I was talking about are not only taking place there, but now they're taking shape in our clouds.
Yes.
And with this new filter, I was able to go through some of these pictures, and it really makes them pop now. So if you can't see it yet, There's an eye here, an eye here. Here's the nose, mouth down below. Here's an ear coming back up, the jaw running down, little pointed chin. And this face seems to almost be bisected. One half is like a goblin, and this other half looks like almost like a Wolverine or a Ewok type character.
Faces are bisected because we have two hemispheres of our brain. One hemisphere, the right, controls all the stuff on your left. The opposite for the other side. Also, bisymmetry like this is good and evil. You have the potential to understand. You know good from evil, right? So one side of your brain is kind of has the wrong thoughts, while the other side has the right thoughts. Now, if you're right-handed and your right hand is dominant, well, that's the left brain, and that's the evil side. But if you're left-handed, that's the right side of the brain, and that's where you have more of your good side. Here, I'm going to give you an example. This picture that I'm about to, in a minute here, I'm going to go pull it off the wall.
I'll let you look at that for a minute. And this was pretty faint in the original picture, but now with the filter, it really makes it pop. So hopefully you guys can see that now. And then I'm going to bring you some more. Just real quick here, I wanted to show you the unfiltered version. This is the original right here compared to this one right here, where you can make out a lot better. Okay, one more, and this one right here, you can make out we have an eye here and an eye right here. Here's the nose, and here's some lips, and it looks like he's blowing. You can make out his ear over here, horns and stuff coming up, his eyebrows.
You should be able to see that face.
An eye, the nose, the lips. Okay, so I wanted to show you that one with the filter, so you can see it. It turned out pretty good too. So, well, that's it for now. I love you all.
All right, so the bisymmetry of the brain is it's part of your makeup. Okay, and what I'm about to show you is a little example here. This is going to pick it up. All right, so there we are. Well, I got a better idea. Yes. All right, there we go. Now, I know that's a strange-looking picture, right? But it explains a lot, okay? Because this is one person who is God and the devil in one, okay? A lot of misconceptions about God. God is the Father, okay? The Father of the evil and the Father of the good. That's why he can tell the difference. You are of your father, the devil, right? So we all have this condition, all right? Not just me. We all have this condition, okay? And you are like me. You're made in my image. You are a little God knowing good from evil, okay? You are just like this. You know good from evil. This is your spiritual warfare. It is happening inside, in your mind, okay? That's the spiritual, that's the battlefield of the mind. Okay, you have the propensity to be evil or good. So, choosing good would, even though you have evil tendency, choosing good is righteous, right? Now, if you have good potential and you just like evil, well, then that tells that story. Okay, so a lot of misconceptions and a lot of answers, a lot of questions answered right now. Like a lot of the descriptions in the Bible of Jesus almost sound like they're describing the devil too. And you're like, what? Which is it? What? So, boy, I could do 18 chapters on this right here, and I don't have the time. So, hopefully you're grasping this concept and understanding your spiritual battle within, okay? You are being influenced. There are outside influences fighting for your thoughts, right? We got our media, for example. They are out there spitting lies in your face, and some people are repulsed by it and see through it, and other people gobble it down like it's dinner. I see it happen. I see people just wharfing down bowls of bullshit, and it makes me sick. Actually, this is another subject we're going to talk about. Good old Barack Obama did an executive order that's so important that allows the media. It's okay for the media to lie to you. Excuse me? You can't do that because you yourself aren't a natural born citizen. You're not a legal president. You cannot do executive order. Everything he does, null and void. Null and void, because he's not a president. Everybody thought he was, but unfortunately, now you see what was going on, right? So, help me, Lord. I've lost so many thoughts. So where's I going? I have a thread, and I got 15 threads all screaming in my ear at the same time, and it's hard to stay focused sometimes. So forgive me. Very important that you understand that concept. It has been hidden from you. It's being exploited, manipulated by the media. And it was okayed by a president for them to lie to you. I want to ask you a question. Do you think that's okay? It might be morally wrong, but it's legal, right? We better start looking at man's laws. Even though it might sound morally corrupt, it's still the law. No, it's not. You know, I'm going to explain some things that are in the Bible, but everybody likes to pass over it real quick. It says in there's already a law written. Man is not to write any laws at all. Any laws at all. Because they subvert the ones that are already there, ordained. So your 10 Commandments, your laws are already written. And then Jesus told you himself, the most important one. Most of them will come, you won't be breaking laws if you are doing unto others as you would have done unto you. That's not too tough. I mean, it's not like you're, eating dog turds or something like that. And they're not telling you to worship Satan. It's a good code to live by. You'll get good results out of it, right? Because when you're being judged on what you did to others. Well, if you did all good to the others, you got good coming back, right? But if you lied, cheated, steal, and just from your brothers, your fellow citizens, from the people, if you're a congressman that wrote a law and he got $15 million out of it, does that sound fair? Does that sound legal? Yet that's all they write is stuff that benefits them, that they don't even follow themselves and enforce upon us. There's a reason why man is not supposed to write laws. Man is flawed, severely flawed. You are in prison right now. If you're on this planet, it's because you fell out of grace. You disagreed with God, you revolted, you didn't want to listen, blah, blah, blah. And now you are on earth, which is like a spiritual jail. You get a second chance You'll get paroled if I rescue you. Okay. Your default setting is to go straight to hell. All right. Your default setting is hell. If you don't look at the Bible, you don't care about any of this stuff, and you're never saved, just by default, well, didn't appreciate my sacrifice, didn't appreciate the pain, would rather, worship or give credit to well, for instance, I'm trying not to cut on the military. They got good intentions, but there's no glory for any of these Navy SEALs, your Delta forces. We all honor them, but they're doing the dirty work. They're doing the bidding of the enemy. The politician sends them over to kill. Oh, here's a license to kill. No, nobody has a license to kill except me. I bought and paid for you. You're mine. I am the only one that's supposed to be doing that because I show mercy. Otherwise, it's just, I feel sorry for our soldiers, and they were misguided, and they do the bidding of the enemy, and when they find out, they're devastated, okay? Now, if you went over there and saved lives, oh, well, then we got something to talk about. So, I'm sorry that it has to be that way, but that's the way it is. Go into the battlefield and save some lives instead. There's some honor. There's some glory. Okay. And let's just say I do battle for you in a realm that nobody else can operate in. Okay. I don't get backup. I'm a one-man army fighting for you in the spiritual realm because I love you. And I volunteered for this. This is, I do this willingly. Let's put it that way. All right. And when you recognize that, and instead of thank you for your service, what you want to say to a soldier, there's other reasons to thank a person for their service. Okay. Even though it's unseen and you might not understand, it's kind of like, I don't want to say it this way because it might sound arrogant, but the unsung hero hiding in the backgrounds, doing the dirty work that no one else can. Okay. So, spiritual warfare, real. There's battlefield. We got giant faces in the clouds. Now, ever since this happened to me, I got giant faces in the clouds that watch, follow, and study my every move. There are UFOs that watch, follow, and study my every move. We got here. Let's go to a different one here. Sorry, my little grunts. I've been in pain for a long time. Where are we going, Lord? Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Lord. So,
some personal injury lawyers talk about
Oh.
less fee, but when you read the
Boy, are you guys in trouble. Profiting on somebody else's pain and suffering. You think that's okay? Little do they know what they're doing to themselves. They're making a nice fat docket of evidence that'll be shown in my courtroom. There's a court above. Fair warning to all you, there is a court above that supersedes the courts down below. And again, you're not supposed to judge people. Why? Because that's God's job. Okay? And when you go to court and get sent to jail by a judge, you interfere, like interfering in an investigation will arrest you, right? They're doing much worse. They're interfering in a divine appointment. Oh, and when you interfere in a divine appointment, stick your nose into my business and the work I'm doing, and then negate it. You think that makes me happy? You just ruined what I was doing. There was a point to it. But no, Anne's got to hop in there and judge. And, well, any judges out there, your title is a judge, not a good job to be having, okay? There's going to be hell to pay for judges who altered people's lives. They enforce flawed law at the barrel of a gun. That's unacceptable. Imprisoning people against their will. Well, I guess I can't finish the lesson I was teaching, but we'll go down a different route and they'll find God in jail. That's where a lot of people really find. So I got backup plans. Now let's get this one going. Please, Lord, let it play. Oh, God, volume.
Taking pictures every day because I've been seeing these events unfold in the sky every day now. So I've been getting lots of pictures and not even enough time to process them yet. But here we go. So this one I saw unfolding when I was driving, and I couldn't take a picture until I got to this stoplight. So I squeezed off as many pictures as I could at this stoplight. And we're going to start zooming in, pulling it over a little bit. And maybe some of you
there it is right there. Okay, yeah, there we go.
See it now. But there's Yoda in the sky right there. Yes. And this is
Let's go
and I couldn't
right.
take a picture until I got
That
to
was
the
a little
stoplight.
too close.
So I squeezed off as many
Right,
pictures as I could at this stoplight, and we're gonna start zooming in, pulling it over a little bit.
There you go, right there. Okay. I don't have a pointer. Ear coming out this way, other ear. You can see his forehead with wrinkles. Okay, just there we go.
And maybe some of you see it now, but there's Yoda in the sky right there. Yes. And this is like one of these pictures that's multi-dimensional too.
Okay, so not your typical character out of the Bible, but when I went deeper and asked and found out that Yoda is, well, he's an ascended master, right? So I got UFOs that watch, follow, and study my every move. I got giant faces in the clouds everywhere I go. It's so unnerving. It's hard to drive. It's hard to drive down the road without looking up at the clouds. And I kept taking pictures and pictures. And I got so many pictures of different entities and stuff that I stopped taking pictures. It's just too much. I filled in a computer up. So a lot of these faces, ascended masters that watch, follow, and study me, my every move. Okay? Maybe because of who I am. So let's go back. All right. So then what's it? Go back to the channel. Yeah. And oh yeah, that's the right one. Okay. So no. Let's do go back, you turkey. Forgive me here. It's been a while since I've been using my computer and stuff too. Oh yeah, come over here. This little search bar on my channel right here. I hope you get to some of the. My titles are like, the title is about the show, so you type in something and it'll take you to that. Something that deals with that. Okay, so even if you don't know the title, you can type in something and it'll bring up a video that deals with that. Okay, so lots of answers in here. There's your question bar. Now, what's it called? Oh. We have visitors. Thank you. All right. We have visitors. You know why we have visitors? They're coming from all across the universe to Earth. And you see UFO activity increasing and stuff.
There's
Well,
another one.
why would all these entities, even the ones that are here on Earth, why are they all coming here to Earth? Well, to see the grand finale. Okay, now what I'm going to show you here, let's go back up. Thank you, Lord. All right, let that play for a minute.
Howdy, folks. Welcome back.
Oh,
There wasn't much activity on the sun to report on today, and that's good because I had a revelation last night, and what I'm about to show you is going to knock your socks off. So, a couple of days ago, I was doing a video on these kind of craft exiting the sun, which looked like it was being towed out from behind the sun or something, and I did a video on that one, and that's this one right here, and it looked like it was this actual model being pulled out from behind the sun. So, I did a stream yesterday, and I was looking for a thumbnail for it, and I couldn't match up any pictures, wouldn't match up. And it wasn't until I started digging deeper into my pictures, and I pulled up this one right here, that I used as a thumbnail on my latest stream. That's when it occurred to me, this thing sitting next to this one, they're the same object. It's the same thing.
the same craft.
Whoever made this craft right here is here now. And what I thought was a man standing on the plane before is actually one of the vertical stabilizers that comes out at an angle, kind of like an F-18's vertical stabilizers. They're not straight up and down vertically, they come out at an angle. Well, much like that, so do these ones right here. And what I thought was a man standing up is this vertical stabilizer right here. Okay, so now back to this one. When I was looking at this a long time ago, I was looking at this weird kind of grasshopper type looking head, almost like a snub-nosed dragon with a mouth right here, you know, a blunt shortened nose, 2 eyes, and this would be the head kind of looking this way. Okay, so again, the eyes, the snout, kind of a snub-nosed one with the curls back around with the mouth here, okay? And I was just kind of baffled at what a weird nose. It actually looks like a creature or something like that. Okay, now in this image, this is of a different model. It has 4 wings, and you see a longer snout on it, divided down the middle with a little ridge with 2 eyes right there. Sorry, my arms are shaky. And what looks like a collar around it, and then the rest of the body, right? So we're looking at this one, and it has a longer snout.
Yep.
And you can make out the teeth a little bit more on the side.
All right. Where's
Now,
the point I was making?
There's another one with this.
All right.
Okay, this is the original.
These are little gold trinkets. I think they were found in South America or whatever. And the natives made these. These are representations of what they encountered. Right down to the very wings and everything, right? So they made models of what they saw, right? And these are advanced races from the past. Can you see? Oops. Can you see down below here a little bit? Did airplanes exist 1,000 years ago? These are 1,000-year-old trinkets showing you advanced races from the past, right? So, not only do I have UFOs and angels and all kinds of stuff and giant faces in the clouds that watch, follow, and study my every move, well, I also have advanced races from the past that watch, follow, and study my every move. Why are they all watching me? Why are they all studying what I do? Why do they follow? Much like a follower of Jesus follows Jesus. They watch what he does. We see what he does. We study him and we follow him. Watch, study, follow. These guys are doing the same thing. Watch, study, follow. Actually, right now, you're doing the same thing too, aren't you? You're watching. You're studying. Are you following what I'm saying? Oh, you guys are so much fun. Now, on to the next. What was the next one? I had no game plan here, so there's that. All right, so now, oh yeah, now this is going to be, this is my favorite one, okay? This is a gift, okay? This event happened on Easter, but I didn't post it until the Christmas season. So it's called Christmas gift, but it happened around Easter. No, on Easter, sorry. So let's get down. Yeah, that's a groovy song. Cool. I love being tortured by ads.
Howdy, folks.
All right, there you go.
Back. So I know there's a lot of activity going on the sun, but I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now. Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured
On
what appears
Easter.
to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head too. And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up from way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here.
I have to take pictures, not
Okay,
video.
here I've taken about 7 or 8 of those pictures and put them together in a flip book, and you can see the different images, and that this event, is taking place here, because there's more that happens here. Okay, so starting here, we're going to go forward a little bit here through a lot of these images, all the way to right about here, where you can see that this face has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type face with the nose right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book where it changes from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus's face and the lion face. Now this happened in the clouds, and it was so big and in your face you couldn't see it. It wasn't until I took these images and zoomed out and compressed them. You didn't zoom in. They're too big in your face. You have to zoom out to see these. And these images that you...
So that's why I have to take pictures, not video. Because you can't compress the images in a video. Okay? These images are just outside of your vision. If you could step out of your body, walk a mile back behind you, and turn back around, you would you'd be able to see them. But you can't, do that. You can't pull your eyes out, right? Or do anything like that. So they're there. They're all over the place. You would see them, but they're almost outside your vision capacity. So, miracle or not? On Easter. This event happened on Easter, not a Tuesday, not a Wednesday, not this day or that day. It happened on Easter. It did not happen over Jerusalem. It did not happen over Israel. This, you want to know where I'm at? You want to know where this took place? Little podunk town, which is the capital of Nevada. I think you might know the capital of Nevada. Yes, sir, the real deal. Now, a lot of misinterpretations. You'll see me coming in the clouds. Well, that's a face in the clouds, right? It's not like Hollywood portrays, where the clouds part and here's a human standing in the clouds or whatever. So, what was prophesied did take place, just not the way everybody was imagining. See, in there it tells you a lot of your concepts are going to be wrong, right? You're gonna miss the signs because you interpret them wrong. The crown up above indicates power and great glory, doesn't it? There's your prophecy. Jesus in the clouds with power and great glory, and it happened to land on Easter. What a cool thing. And in a little while, I'll show you my face, and you might recognize my face in the clouds. Okay? This is all disturbing stuff as it's happening to me. I'm just going, I better document this and get images, because nobody's going to believe this stuff unless they see it. So there's your 2,000-year-old prophecy came true. And this was back in 2020. 2020. What year are we in right now? 2026. Boy, we're pretty close, aren't we? In fact, we're beyond the date. We're in like triple overtime, if you're kind of catching what I'm talking about. The game should have been over a long time ago, but we're in not the first overtime. It continued on to double overtime. I like to go above and beyond. We are in triple overtime. And you sports fans, what comes after triple overtime? What comes after triple overtime? It's a round called sudden death. Oh, how ironic, huh? So, there's your Christmas gift, okay? And, we could do that one. What's it called? Oh, man, can't even remember my own titles. There's a new form of, like, PTSD. PTSD is, like, post, after the traumatic event, right? It's usually a quick event, like a car accident, and then you have nightmares or something, right? This is a current, ongoing stress disorder that intensifies with each day. Gets worse each day, okay? Harder and harder each day. It's, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Everybody wants to be God, right? No, you don't. It's excruciatingly painful. You get no credit for it. You mocked, spit in your face, all kinds of great stuff. All kinds of people like to disrespect their father. Yeah. Where am I going, Lord? Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, you should come over and go scroll around. I got all kinds of stuff. This is like Disclosure Day, but the real one. Okay, this is the real disclosure. They're telling you about aliens and UFOs. That's old news. That is old news, and you're still not getting the full story, right? Some kind of disclosure. Here, you're getting the real truth, the actual thing with real images. Okay. How? Help me. Where are we going? Now let's do this one. This one's titled Happy Easter.
You're a professional.
This one's titled Happy Easter because, well, I took the images the day before, or my son actually took these images. This picture, the day before Easter. And, oh, come on, you ads. All right, so this is a picture my son took. I went into Walmart, and he said, Dad, when you went in, this UFO came out of the sky and hovered over the truck in a cloud or whatever, and then when you came out, it disappeared. But I wanted to get a picture of it. So my son took this picture, and let's get out. Right to the meat. Okay. So, the audio.
I'm gonna pull it over a little bit. We're gonna zoom in. Here's the mouth, the eyes, the face, the horns of a dragon. I'll pull back a little bit. I'll zoom in.
Right there. All right. Eye. When you make eye contact, the rest of the face drop falls in. There's the dragon. The dragon that everybody missed, right? It was strange in the Bible. It talks about dragons. Revelation 12 mentions the dragon. Here's the dragon. I'm showing you the dragon. What was invisible and nobody else noticed is there. I'm making the invisible visible. All right, well.
Can you see the dragon?
There it is. Oops, too close.
And then as I pan back, you can still see the dragon's face as well as this.
So, in the Bible, it talks about the fallen, right? And how we have watchers from above, all right? There's the watchers, and the dragon indicates, it's like an indicator of representation of who they are or who they back, right? So your aliens work for the dragon, for Satan. They're the fallen. They're the fallen angels. So when these aliens come and say, oh, we love you, we're here to save you, bullshit. No one can save you but me. So watch for the deception. I'm telling you, there's grand deception. It's already on. In fact, this is why I'm doing this video now, is because, well, the grand deception, the media, boy, am I tickled pink. I have lost my mother. I have lost my 2 boys that I raised. I am a single father of 2 boys that I raised, and now they are dead inside. Spiritually dead. See, God talks about murder, and you don't have to kill somebody to murder them. If you crush a person's spirit, you're a murderer. You are, because you just killed their spirit, right? That's another form of killing, right? When you understand that there is no death, well, what our concept of death is, that your consciousness is going to move on. So death is a abstract or whatever. Where am I going? Slow down. So, but to really kill somebody, a real murder is to crush their spirit, right? So I got the Illuminati, we got the media, we got everybody influencing my family. Now, my family that's I live with, they have control now. Okay? You hear me? You little spies that are watching my show? Pay close attention. Okay? Because they're watching, I know, and I'm going to send a little message to you. See, you went and they're dead inside, but they're still alive. Imagine watching your dead mother, your dead kids, and they're still alive. They are so like spiritually dead inside that they can't see their father. Think I'm happy about that? You think I'm tickled pink about watching my dead family walk around blind? They won't even look at these videos or these images because it would point to me. They would recognize their father. I get no respect from my mother, from my kids. They're gone. It's sad. And it's all because these bastards want to come in and mind control. Now, what's happened here is, they've gotten pretty much most of the world under their control, forcing a false paradigm, okay? Forcing this lies upon you guys so you will not recognize the Father. Didn't work. I'm right here. Okay, you may have stolen my family, but then there's a court above. All you politicians, all you police that are doing the bidding of those guys are going to pay in the court above. You're not a judge. You judge on man's laws that are just freaking insane. All right? So, judges, all you corrupt people, fair warning. There will be judgment. And see, I'm the judge. And you're playing God. And, let me just tell you from firsthand experience, God don't like being played. You got me? You interfere in divine appointment, thinking, best intentions. From what? A murderer and liar who deserves death? And you're going to think that you're a judge appropriately. You're judging according to man's laws that are flawed. And when you do that, you do damage. Not the rehabilitation that could possibly be done by me. Nope, you're gonna go ahead and implement your will. So, I've had a bunch of people come to me lately and give advice on my son. My son loves his girlfriend. Well, everybody else doesn't like that idea. And they come to me and tell me, you need to tell your son to stop dating that girl. You're telling me to break up some love? You don't want that love happening? Okay. Good idea. Boy, are you wise. And, I asked my son, what if I told you don't see your girlfriend? You're not going to do it because he resists everything I say. Okay. It's, imagine being a parent and have your kids resist everything you say. Sound familiar? I have a good son who obeys me, and I got two boys, one with horns and a tail and one that's perfect angel. So I asked my good son, my perfect little angel, who was the one that said you should have him stop seeing her. And I asked him the same question. So if I told you should break up with your girlfriend, the good son says, I would tell you to go fuck yourself and do it anyway. Okay, that's a common answer. I get that answer all the time from everybody. It's just like, hey, I got problems with my hips here. Can you help me with this? Just open the door or something. Something simple. Instant resistance from everyone. Instant. They can't help but just, no, sorry. No, sorry. What? You can't hold the door open for me a second? I got my hands full. Nope. Nope, not going to do it. That used to be common courtesy. You know, when I was raised, I would be going into, a store or whatever. And when I open up the door, I look behind me just real quick. Oh, there is somebody coming behind me. And I hold the door for him, right? Well, because that's what I would want. I do unto others as I would have done for me, right? So I hold the door for others. It's no big deal because sometimes I would appreciate that too. All right? So, can't get any cooperation at all. Resistance from everyone. Eventually, it's just like, wow. I'm the only one doing this, huh? But for me, it's like, I know I'm helping somebody and it feels good, right? So chivalry is not dead. It's just hard to find. And it's been programmed out of us, right? So just holding the door open, something simple like that, and I'll get a no. So that's because this world has programmed them so. Okay? Your TV programming is programming. They're programming your brain. No one taught you how to think, but they're sure quick to tell you what to think. Coming from somebody who hasn't even read the Bible. Now, I've been having nightmares because I'm already in the courtroom upstairs, and I'm getting handed people's bio, right? What their charges are and stuff like that. And 8 pages that are completely blank. And I'm like, well, there's nothing here. Well, they didn't like the Bible, the instruction booklet. They didn't even bother reading the instructions. So therefore, there is not a single spiritual accomplishment. There's a default setting. If you haven't read the Bible, which kind of, when you do read the Bible, it shows that you're interested in Jesus and what happened. You want to know, right? But if you avoid it and never do any spiritual achievements, and I get 8 pages of nothing on you, by default, where do you think you're going? For eternity, too, okay? And it's a real place. It's a real place, trust me. I'm in charge down there too. Okay? That picture I showed you, I have the keys to heaven, I have the keys to hell, and the keys to death. So no matter which way, no matter if you avoid it or not, you are going to deal with me, good or bad. You're either going to get my good side or you're going to get my pissed off side. I'm in excruciating pain, went through all of this. I come back and no one even cares. How would you feel? Yeah, you'd probably be a little upset at the disrespect for the sacrifice. And that's exactly what it is. Blatant disrespect. It's willful ignorance is a term. Willfully ignorant. Okay? So the most important knowledge that you don't want, I got a different term for the willfully ignorant, and it's called a fucking idiot. Okay? Use that term for a reason. Maybe you'll embarrass you into reading the Bible. So, willfully ignorant, these friggin' idiots coming up to me, telling me, the father, how to raise my kids. So they're suggesting I tell my son, break up and get the same answer. It's funny because I get that same answer. Hey, can you open the door? Go fuck yourself, Brian. Is the same response I get all the time. And it's because that's what's been taught to them by the media and by this lie, this huge paradigm that's a lie. This huge paradigm that's a lie, and everybody treating it as gospel. Right? So, if you're on board with them, you are mentally ill. You're mentally ill. We have an entire planet of mental illness pointing at me, telling me that I'm crazy. There's no dragon. There's no. How can you say that? You haven't even looked. Well, you're not Jesus. How can you say that not having read the Bible? All these experts with no experience. See, the root word for expert is experience. Self-proclaimed expert, Dr. Bullshit. I mean, they literally take gold in the Special Olympics and then get up there and say that's their accomplishment. And then get you to believe all other concepts. Okay? Do you think you're going to see the Father when you're believing all these other concepts? You already got your mind made up. You won't even go look or have an open mind to other perspectives. See, it's all about perspective. When you look from a different perspective, the prophecies are coming true. But everybody's kind of stuck in the worldly perspective. Where am I going next, guys? So we have a big problem. We have an entire planet of mental illness pointing at me, accusing me of being a crazy one, and I'm getting kicked out, kicked to the curb. I'm about to be homeless tomorrow. Okay, I have 2 shattered hips. I can barely walk. It's hard to sleep because I feel pain in my sleep. Doctor goes, no, that's impossible. Well, it's not impossible because I'm feeling pain in my sleep. So I'm the man who does the impossible, and just because it hasn't happened to you, we'll wait till it does. And then you'll go to your doctor and go, hey, I feel pain in my sleep. Yeah, right. So, a lot of pain I've been through for all this, and I'm just disappointed at man's interpretations, how they hear things too. Boy, this is painful. We're gonna go to this little beautiful image. Oh my gosh, that everybody hates. This little video right here of an angel.
Local matters. Who you
Shut up, you snake in the grass. Okay, little angel here. This image right here cost me 8 years, 7 years, right around there, in mental institutions, jails, hospitals, all kinds of, every facility you can think about, been there, done that, graduated, all because of this little angel right here. And we're going to play the video really quick. And it's so terrible that I had to go through all that stuff because, well, they didn't even look at it in the first place. I told them, hey, yeah, you better make sure this stays live. Any tampering with this transmission, okay? Do I have to really go there? You might want to boost the signal and make sure that this stays live, because this information is for you too. Okay, sorry, I'm talking to our technicians in the background. This image cost me dearly because I told them I captured an angel on film, and you can see it. Immediately they go, what? You're seeing angels? I go, no, that's not what I said. I said, I have some images that I have captured, and it's of an angel, and you can see it. Wow, you're seeing angels? We're going to have to lock you up. You're a detriment to your health. I go, I did not say that I am seeing angels. People misinterpret stuff. They hear what they want to hear. They don't hear what's being said. Eight, mm, mm. So much of my life wasted. Well, actually, I learned a lot. Wasted, but I went through hell just because of this little image and me trying to share it. Here we go.
Howdy folks, welcome back. So I'm real excited to show you this one. This is an angel that was captured on my security cameras, and now I've run it through the filter here. So if you turn your head to the right, about 45 degrees.
Okay, to the right, your right shoulder, tilt your head about 45 degrees. It's a woman laying at an angle like this. It's a lot easier to see if you tilt your head a little bit. Boy, let's just finish this really quick. I love this
You
image.
make out the head, the hair, the breasts. It's a female, the torso, the waist, the legs coming down here, a wing coming off here, a wing coming off over here. And we'll zoom in on this real quick because this one's nice and clear that you can. Okay, and this is an angel that was caught hovering in a shaft of light over this sleeping child down below here. So, zoom in on it again. Just excited.
You think that's worthy of jail? I don't, but that's man and his modus operandi. I was in seeing a therapist, and I had a psychiatrist, the doc, who prescribes the medicine and stuff, and I have to go to this, and everybody else wants me to go. And at the very beginning, when I talked to the psychiatrist doctor, I told him, I said, I captured an angel on film, and if you tilt, you can see it. And he's like, oh, you're seeing angels, huh? I guess the meds aren't working. So throughout the 7 years, I grow the relationship with the doc. But the doc is just too cool. I mean, this guy is so cool. He is too cool. When I come in for my session, he gets up out of his office chair and goes and lays on the couch. I sit in his chair and go, so doc, how's your week been? Have you done any spiritual growth today? And he'll go on for the entire hour, bragging about his certificates and me, I'm the doc. And I never get a word in edgewise. So one day, 7, 8 years later, I go, hey, you think at the end of the session I could get the last 5 minutes? Well, of course you can. It's your session. Okay, cool. So he bragging. Oh, man, look at me, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden I go, okay, shut up. And he looks at him, huh? I go, it's 5 minutes left. Oh, yeah, you wanted to show me something? Yep. So I open up this video again. He goes, oh, that stupid thing of the angel? Yep, yeah, that stupid thing with the angel. Just shut up and listen. And I play it again, and it tells you tilt your head to the right, and he tilts his head to the left. I want you to do me a favor. While you're seeing this image and you know what to look for, tilt your head to the left and tell me if you can see it. Huh. Kind of disappears when you tilt your head to the left, huh? But to the right, it's crystal clear. That's when it occurred to me. I just served 7 years because you don't know your right from the left. Yeah. Needless to say, I wasn't in a good mood right then. And I go, no. Tilt your head to the other side, your right-hand side. You don't know your left from your right, huh? And you're giving me medication. That's when I see his jaw drop. Indicator, he saw it. I know he saw it because I saw his jaw drop. And then it dropped even further, a second time, even more. He had the revelation. It occurred to him, what have you done to me? You mean for the last 7 years you've been telling the truth? I was telling the truth. You mean, no, I don't mean that. I mean, I did it because you don't even know your right from your left. Needless to say, he he quit that day, and I still see him. Okay, he's one of my clients now. Okay, and very thankful for being woken up, saw the error of his ways. You mean I put you through all of that? I go, yeah, but you showed no interest either. You're like haphazardly, yeah. And that's the reaction I get out of pretty much everybody. Yeah. Tilt their head, yeah. And they tilt their head to the left. Nobody knows. Nobody pays attention, listens to instructions, or reads the instruction booklet. But meanwhile, real angels right there, proof of the spiritual realm. Captured on security camera, which is admissible as evidence in a court of law. You're in your court of law. This is the evidence that you say is valid. Now what? There's an angel captured on a security camera, undoctored. This is before AI. Okay? I took some of these images, so I know I didn't doctor them. I know they're genuine. There might still be a doubt for you because you didn't take it, but I'm a man of my word. You know, the word. I'm a man of my word. You should take what I'm saying is true. I got other evidence of what I've been through for this. The 7 years of just complete idiocy that I put up with, the patience and tolerance that you have no idea that I just kind of forgave you all about, you know. It's because of who I am, and my code shines. It stands out. You should be able to recognize me because of my character. Didn't read the Bible. Oh, well, you wouldn't know then. You would miss out on the biggest thing going on. You'd be better than top security clearance. You know stuff that they don't know. Isn't that cool? You guys are probably the most smartest people on the planet right now. If you understand what I'm saying and you believe me, that classifies you as one of the smartest people on the earth. Okay? It's not about how well you can do math. It's not about your chemistry skills. None of that stuff matters. It really doesn't. You got doctorates of bullshit when the real important information is right there. It doesn't even have to say anything. You don't have to even read anything for the lazy people who can't read. Just look. It's proof of the spiritual realm. Well, if that realm exists, then the Bible is telling the truth. Uh-oh. Might want to go read it because it's a script. Scriptures is a script to the movie. A real life movie with real characters actually doing it in physical form. You guys are all up on a giant screen, and everybody in the spiritual realm is in the audience watching you like you're on a movie. Say it again. There's a movie that's Jim Carrey, where there's a fake life and it's all being watched from the outside. I never saw it, but I can't think of the name. Anyways, it's just like that. Everybody in the spiritual realm is all watching us right now. And they didn't know what was going on until they died and saw what was going on. Okay? And they're cheering you on. Okay? They're all there now. They understand the rules of the game. They're like, oh man, if I'd have known, I would have lived life like that. Shit, I don't mind helping people and rescuing people. I should have been doing that the whole time. How many rescues you got? 0. And when I say I'm going out tonight, I have to rescue somebody. It sounds like a lie. Yeah, right. See, my family doesn't understand what I do, and when I tell them I'm out rescuing people, they're like, "Dad, you're a dirtbag. How are you going to rescue somebody?" Exactly like I'm doing to you guys right now, aren't I? Aren't I? Yeah, that's my job. And when you believe me, something magical happens. All of a sudden, you're that close. You're actually listening to his voice right now. He's here right now in human flesh. I recognize his voice. See, my followers recognize my voice. That's why I don't show my face all that much. Okay? And, well, tonight you're going to see my face because I got a little something for the elite who are hiding from the face of the one who sits on the throne. Well, I'm going to do y'all a good solid. I'm going to show my face and put a little fear into their heart. Okay? See, respect is a very, very important thing, especially for me, and I've been through so much for you. It's either through love, you respect somebody through love, or you respect them through fear. Okay? I've tried the love approach, and well, when that doesn't work, it's called tough love, and I'm gonna get your respect one way or the other. Okay? I command respect because I own you. I am free to do whatever I want with you. You're actually sentenced to death. You're on death row. Um, I already did the sentence for killing you. I could take you out. I could take you out because I already went to prison for it. I already paid the penalty. See, there was a radio show I was listening to is a handle on the law, and it's a lawyer call-in show. People with their scenarios or situations call in and ask his advice. And one day, a caller comes in. He's like, "Yeah, boy, do I have a problem." He says, "My wife framed me, and I was convicted of her death, but I didn't kill her. And I know she pulled some kind of job." So he did 25 years. He got out. It was 25 to life. He served the 25. Out on parole, free man, knows that he paid the penalty yet didn't do the deed. He explains this to the lawyer, and and he also reminds the lawyer, "Look, already convicted for her death, served my time, and now I'm back out, and I found her. I'm due a free kill. They can't judge you twice. It's double jeopardy. How can you charge him when she's dead, right?" So he's got a dilemma. He's like, "Yeah, technically I could kill her and not get in trouble because she's already supposedly dead, right? So I'm owed that." And boy, they wrestled with that over that case, and I was like, I can relate. But ask yourself, what would Jesus do? That's a good question to ask yourself a lot of times. You're having issues with which way to go, or making decisions. Well, think about it. What would Jesus do? Not what man would do, that's for sure. Probably the direct opposite what man would do, right? He's mysterious. Why would you do that? Because there's an action reaction. The action sounds bad, but the reaction from it brings positive results. That's how you grow, right? There's no growth unless you're overcoming something, right? So he's owed one, right? Well, that's very similar to what's going on here, but I don't run around like a lunatic killing people. I am on the battlefield with no weapon, no gun, no bulletproof vest, standing in the crossfire with a Bible. When I step foot on the battlefield, the enemy knows, Oh shit, there he is. And they don't even fire in my direction. They scurry and run. And I don't even have to enforce my will upon them at the barrel of a gun. For people who do that, exactly same thing coming back. See, my judgments are fair because it's the same thing you did, no more, no less. Just the same thing you did to somebody else now upon you, so you can have that experience and understand what they were feeling. Okay? That's why. Then you get what you did done to you, no more, no less, but the exact same thing, so you can see from a new perspective. Okay? When you believe, something magical happens. You're enjoying your father's show tonight. Or you're in denial and it's just some crazy dude. All right, moving on. Now, what's next, Lord? Oh, I got to lecture these people, and a lot of my stuff, when I talk about it, the police will take it as a terrorist threat. Listen closely. Anything I have said in here, if you take it as a terrorist threat, you need to go read the Bible because it's just a prophecy. I'm quoting a prophecy and you're misinterpreting, Oh, that's a threat. Boy, we have issues on this planet. I can't even get a point across because everybody wants to hear what they want to hear instead of listening. So we got a bad issue going on with that. You try to tell somebody, hey, I captured an angel. Nope. They're going to hear something else. Imagine having that happen to you. So I had this one psychiatrist when I was in one of these facilities, and I'm like, hey, this is actually true. I'm not lying. It's not a wild story. It's actually the truth. And I go, you come over to my channel on YouTube and, witness it. No, sorry. That would be feeding into your delusion. What? No, I can't because it's feeding into your delusion. I go, but it's not a delusion. And how are you to know if you don't go look? Uh-oh. I'm never getting out of here. Catch 22 squared into catch 44. How am I going to get out of this place? Impossible. It's going to be impossible to ever get out of this place because they think they're feeding into a delusion. But I did get one nurse or whatever, to let me borrow her phone so I could, at least pull up my channel. And something wrong here. My channel's no longer on YouTube. Oh, great. So I'm telling them to go look at the evidence, and it's not there. Gonna make me look even more delusional, huh? That'll be another year, Brian. Your channel's not there. I told you we don't feed into your delusions, and even though we don't, I went and looked and it's not there. You don't have a YouTube channel. I don't have a YouTube channel now. Yet I had to go repost it all. See, my lovely family, while I was incarcerated, took down my channel and deleted everything. They deleted the most important information that I gave to you. You wouldn't be seeing this right now. That was their process. Don't you think it was important that they go look? I mean, do you think maybe I could have changed their life a little bit? And maybe showed you, hey, I'm not one to tell you, I told you so. I'm the one that says, I fucking told you so. But you didn't listen. You gave the typical response of go fuck yourself, Brian. I'm going to do whatever I want. Yeah. Typical human behavior, and I endure it, and wait patiently. Try again a year later. Maybe start at a different angle, work backwards. Let's start in the middle to the end, and then we'll do like Quentin Tarantino movies. Start in the middle of the story to the end, and then flash back to the beginning and play it up to the middle where we all started. It's a different style, but I got different ways of presenting things. So I'm trying all options, and well, nothing works because they won't even go look. What's all this effort and stuff when won't look at your answers? That everybody asking questions. Oh, well, here's your answer right here. Oh, I'm not going to look at that. I don't need to look at that. There's nothing there. I see a fish. Well, because you got your head tilted to the left. And apparently you don't know your left from your right. And I'm suffering consequences from other people. In fact, I suffer everyone's consequences. And I didn't even do it. Yet I suffer the consequences for people just, oh. And I can't explain to them, so they repeat it, and I just continue to suffer and suffer and suffer. And, I signed up for this job, and I do it because I love you. But it's getting old. So you stole my family, and I got to watch it live right in front of me. They don't act the same anymore. They're not the same person. They're gone. Their skin's still alive, but the spirit's gone. They're gone, and I'm your son, Mom. I'm your son. Yeah, so what? Well, I mean, you won't go look, but I'm your son. Just do me a solid. Just one thing I ask, okay? Just 5 minutes at the computer, and then the rest of your life can be yours. And I still can't get 5 minutes. And my people perish for lack of knowledge, willingly ignorant. And I'm looking at a bunch of fucking idiots that refuse to listen to me. And they would respect their father much more. They would see the real hero who's fighting for a cause with stuff they just didn't want to know. The zero becomes hero. My precious son would not disrespect me and having all these mental issues right now if he understood what's going on with Pops. And then something else. When he gives me that 5 minutes and grasps this concept right here and figures it out, wait, maybe you are God. Then all of a sudden, with that recollection and that belief a little bit, well, then that by default makes you very important. You're the son of God and don't want it. The mother of God refuses to be the mother. My two boys, two sons of God. I mean, spiritually and physically, they're my kids. My crazy ex-wife gave birth to them, right? They're my kids physically too, not just the spiritual. Hey, you believe me? I can appoint you son of God. They are son of God squared, physically, and have the potential to be spiritually, and don't want it. All that hard work taken away, washed away by Illuminati, your media. Where are the cops? Where are they? They're not doing their job. Taking out these media, the blind media. Well, if they're not going to do it, who can? These pedophile, cannibal senators that have protection from the police. The police were supposed to be checking on them and monitoring their behavior because they have been granted a position of power and authority, and they deal with huge sums of money. Do you think maybe they should be drug tested? Yeah, I would say every single one should be drug tested. And there should be so many psych eval. There should be a nomination. Okay, that's where the people go and nominate a candidate. Hey, Joe over here is the best at
But you can see a lot
is the
clearer
best
now
at
because,
cutting meat. Do you think we should make him the butcher? Everybody agrees. Yeah, he's definitely the best for the job title. Not, hey, I'm a retard who's gonna run for Congress. Get out of here. Nobody. How dare you? Oh, I'm gonna announce I'm gonna run. No, you're not worthy. You can't just announce I'm gonna run. See, that's our problem. We used to nominate a candidate. Now, shit, you got a raghead as an illegal alien comes over here and is in Congress. And where's the police? The ones that are supposed to protect and serve. Well, they're not protecting, they're not serving, but they are harassing and intimidating their fellow brothers, the citizenry, which they're not supposed to be doing. But now we have so many criminals from other countries. We have warped, demented belief system that's in control. So no wonder why everybody thinks there's nothing they can do. Nothing. Well, can't do anything about it. That defeatist attitude. I'll tell you what. Me and a couple of good old boys from where I'm from take a weekend off. All of us get together, clean house, and that's going to be a little weird when we have to take out the good senators too. All right, because evil thrives; it just blossoms when good men stand there and do nothing. You're standing there doing nothing. And you're the good man, huh? Ah, boy. That happens everywhere. I think, every police department I've ever worked with, encountered, are corrupt because they're supposedly good men, but they stand there and do nothing. They're not doing their job. Police, police, P-O-L-I. Politician, P-O-L-I. Oh, wait a second. They're similar, huh? Politician, police are both with first. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder what the connection is. Maybe if these egomaniacs that are cops were actually who they say they, oh, I'm a tough guy. Oh, yeah, you're so tough? Get on down to Washington and start clearing. No, oh, no, I can't do that. I'd come up against a senator. That's what I thought. In the Constitution, it talks about just regular people, your citizens, have a civic duty to resist tyranny. Tyranny being somebody forcing their will at the barrel of a gun. So it just said we're supposed to resist the police. You know why? Because they're not supposed to be coming after the citizens. They are neglectful of their job. And we have a situation now where everybody's about to die because of politicians. And where's the cops? Oh, they're down the street with a radar gun. Thumb under the gun belt, and I'm going to get me some citizens today because they're weak and easy. But go after the real criminal. I dare you. Not one. When we had an election stolen, okay? An election stolen. They took an oath to defend the Constitution, not defend the politician, not defend the media. Their job is to defend the Constitution from enemies, foreign, and especially domestic. You know why especially domestic? Because it's your senators and Congress and all those guys are responsible for all these countries hating us. And we have to go to war because they pissed off that country. Now they send our good old boys under the false premise of glory and honor to be serial killers for them. No glory, no honor, a lot of PTSD from killing. You did that to my soldiers, huh? Wow. Well, so the military with that mindset, well, they can't help. They're no good. You got the police with their mindset. They're part of the problem. And they're defending the criminals, but nobody will even go after Congress, the real criminals, the good and the bad, because the good ones are still there watching it happen and have done nothing. So we have an election stolen. Prime opportunity right there. There's a scenario for some heroes to step up and help save this nation. Hello, anybody? It's your nation too, officer. Man, you did nothing. Not a single one. Okay, that's the way you are. Duly noted. Duly noted. That's going down on your permanent record. Boy, what a squandered opportunity. And then we, as citizens, sat there and watched and did nothing. That was our opportunity too. You had all the rights to do it. You could have been like, you know what? My citizenship trumps your senator. You answer to me. I pay your wage, your salary. You should be able to say that. But anymore, you say that to a cop, hey, careful what you're doing. I'm the one who pays you. I guarantee you're going to get arrested, beat up, blah, 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 right? Because they don't like hearing that. Their ego, you bruised your little ego. Oh, you poor little piggy. Got a little feelings hurt? Well, you would definitely not go up to Washington and take care of business. But we do have a leader, but he's trying the best he can. But when you got 99% of that town and you're trying to take it out, well, shit, there ain't gonna be no one left around to do anything, right? So it's just there it is. There's the truth. And you can tell it's the truth too because it stings. That's usually a good indicator. Truth is ugly. You can't handle the truth. And when it hits you, you get offended because it's true. I watch some people get offended and I'm like, well, that was true. See, language and your talking is one thing, but I put a little trick, a little hidden language in there. It's called body language. Okay, it's my way of reading you when you're talking. I can tell by your body language when you're lying and when you're not. Cool little gift, but it has its downsides, especially when somebody tells you I love you. And you saw the indicators, which means that was a lie. You don't love me. Yeah, I do. I just said so. And you backed it up with another lie. Man, I hate this gift. So you can't pull one over on me. I know every little detail of your life. Everything. Everything. I can watch what you're doing through your eyes. Unless you're going to commit the sin with your eyes closed, but I can still hear the thought. I know what you're up to. You're not hiding from me. You're going to try to run and hide from the face. Oh, speaking of the face, yeah, thank you. Take that right there. All right, now we're gonna go. It's gonna take a minute. So, Mr. MBB. Let's go. Mr. MBB. Oh, I'm gonna have to type. Where's the keyboard? Mr. There it is. Okay, so this is a great channel. He's got all kinds of good stuff on there. Wrong perspective, doesn't know what's going on. If he'd watch my show, he would know. But it's a good show, anyways. A lot of captured shots that people have captured, they send to him. So some of your events that are going on that the media won't they won't report on it. You'll never know. But some people capture stuff, they send it over here. So good channel if you haven't enjoyed it already. I gotta search for a minute. It's the face. Okay. Now, what's interesting is this is not my channel. This is not my video. This is somebody else captured this. It's on a different channel. So I'm going to. Where are we? I gotta keep going. Sorry, he does a lot of work, and it was like a year ago, so I'll recognize the thumbnail when we get there. Come on, Lord, help me. I got my sciatic nerve is pinched in my hip socket, and lights me up with like a Christmas tree every other step, and it'll go from my foot all the way up my leg, up behind my scapula, up into my neck, and creates the nastiest headache. Ugh. So bear with me for a minute. Fighting through a headache and trying to look at this. I have light sensitive eyes. So come on, Lord. Where are we? I ordered a year ago. All right, it's coming. I'm sorry. My other computer. Wait. I'm on my other computer. Come on. I know we're close. Come on. Ow. I guess we'll go probably past. Ow. Sorry, I get sharp pains, and there's like somebody got a voodoo doll of me with a bunch of pins and needles, and every once in a while. Okay. That's why you're not supposed to mess with that stuff. Come on. All right, let's try a different perspective. Different approach, different angle, different approach. Ow! Hang on for a minute here. Help. Where is it? Give me a second here. Ow. Really? It needs to be on this. Come on. Lord, give me strength to stand just a tad bit longer. Oh no, I took it. Well, why does it not show up? It should be right there. What the heck? Oh, I'm sorry.
Six-pack,
I
six
think
colors,
I found it.
multifunction
All right.
pockets, and they're actually comfortable. For this price, this six-pack is such a smart summer grab because you get 6 colors. The pockets are cracked for hooks. And
Okay. Oops, I forgot the warning.
Pro, 6-pack, 6 colors, multifunction
Okay.
pockets.
This is MBB's material. I'm using it for educational purposes, and you guys are okay to look at this, but a little suggestion to the elite out there. You know, the elite. You might not want to watch this part. You might run and hide from the face. Okay.
And they're actually comfortable. For this price, the 6-pack is such a smart summer
Seek
grab.
my
You get 6 colors,
face.
the pockets are practical, and they feel wear-resistant, wrinkle.
Or if you don't, you run from it.
The other day that said we were at any given. I don't see that. It says December 21st, 2023, 1:45 a.m. They went inside, got people to come outside. So they were walking outside, half
Sorry,
tired,
we're
looking
crying.
up into the sky. Murray Calloway out of Kentucky. And then something about Antonio.
That's not the proper date.
Leo.
It was on February 29th, Leap Day.
This again. There's the face. It says right there. It's not an app. Here, listen to what he says. It's a face. Everybody's out here. It's a 145. Everybody's out here looking. We're coming out here to see. Look, I gotta get this. Y'all see that?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Now, hold up. Let me zoom so everybody can see it. Nice.
Oh, Marcia.
Zoom on it.
Good to see you.
Hey, I need to call somebody.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Tell them we're out here, what we're looking at. Now, y'all see this. You see it, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there it is. That's a nice, woke him up, crispy face. Hey, somebody got another phone? I don't want to be the only one recording this.
All right, so.
Start recording this, Roger.
Ow.
Yeah, you gotta get this, we're all out here. We're just out here looking. There's a dog, even the dog's tripping. There it is.
All right, this gentleman that was narrating it had seen this had seen it before. All right,
Yeah,
and he wanted to get a good capture, so he went out and bought a very expensive camera, the ones that like Nikon P9000 or whatever, the one, and just so he could capture this. Okay, so I sitting there chilling, and computer throws on MBB, and I'm like, oh yeah, I watch him sometimes, so I'll check out this video. And I freak out when I see my face right there in the sky, because that's me, that's my face, and I'm about to show you my face here in just a minute, and I'll let you be the judge. This is probably when I was a little younger. At this time, when this video was taken, I was doing a show, okay? I was at the end of my show, and I read some scripture, right? And the time that this was taken is at the very part of my show where I was reading scripture, and I have a little book light, and the book light was shining on that part of my face at that time. This is me. I know I don't spend all day in the mirror, admiring myself, but I do recognize my own face. And it makes sense to me, not anybody else, but
My dad
Oh,
doing
you-
this every night. Now he walks like he's 50 again.
I don't walk anymore. I crawl. All right, so I'm trying to get that one shot. Where is it? All right. Right there. Pause. Oh, come on, you. There. That's pretty good. There's a spot here where he paused it, zoomed in on it. It's right there. Why isn't I? All right. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get one good, the full face shot. So there we go. There. Oh well, that's my face. So in a minute here, I'm gonna turn the camera around, and you're gonna see how ugly I really am. the face that causes heart attacks. So I might break your camera. No, I'm joking. What's that doing there? Why is my face right up there next to the moon? Crispy, clear, undeniable. And yeah, it's been a long, hard process to do. Okay, I guess we're gonna turn the camera around as I say goodnight. You're gonna see my face. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was trying to get a good shot so you could take that image and my face and run it through your AI, facial recognition. I know how it's going to come back. The answer will delight some and, well, scare the shit out of others. All right, right about there. Lord, I'm not one. I don't like to put my face up there. Most other YouTubers, they're doing the show and they gotta have their face in a little pop-up or whatever because, well, they want to be recognized, right? The only reason why I'm doing this is because, well, how are you to know? You have to have the information at least, okay? And I will let you be the judge of it, okay? So I'm not here for fame. This isn't for recognition. This is so you kind of recognize a little bit. It is for recognition, I guess, kind of, but a different kind. It's not for the purposes that most people would think. And yet I could do it. I could seek fame and fortune, but I already got it, and it's not my style. So, yeah, I'm trying to breathe here. It's been a long, hard life, and reaching the end. I got my whole body is in pain, and move hurts. So, but I do it for you guys because I love it. All right, so I'm gonna turn on the light here. All right, here we go. Did I fix my hair? Oh my gosh, I didn't do my makeup yet. Oh dear. Well, you're gonna see me as I am. Rough and tumble cowboy. I'm a good old white boy. Oh yeah, Jesus isn't black. I don't know. Do I look black? Yeah, remember that face you're looking at on the screen? I used to look better, but 50 miles of rough road, so. But there you are. That's me. Hi, I'm your father. Pretty cool gift with a lot of suffering of everybody's consequences. So forgive me, it's been hard. It's been a long time since I've done a show. I found somebody who recognizes my character and is reporting on it, and well, they just don't know it's me. And that person inspired me to do it again, okay? Because I have, well, my spirit's crushed, okay? Not much left. I've put everything, I've gone full bore, full fight against these forces for you. And it takes its toll. All right. Oh, excuse me. And now, starting tomorrow, I'll be, well, out in the elements, sleeping in the woods with my bum hip and my heart condition. So I can kind of see I might not make it through that. I will waltz right through it like it's nothing. Okay. It doesn't faze me. It's just that it's going to be so physically demanding. There are chances, but I don't care. I'm going to waltz right through it. And when I get back and I'm still alive through this process that looks like it could kill me, I'll be like, yeah, it didn't work. Now what? Or maybe I'll just kind of, shorten the time or whatever, speed up the process because I miss the throne. I'm swimming around in the sewer here. I got better places that I could be, but we're going to stick it out as long as we can. I fight until the end for you, until I die. I am willing to die for you. Like a good father should be. Right? Right? If you're my children, shark comes, I'm going to put my body in between the shark and you. Right? So that's what I do. I protect and serve. I'm a servant. Your king, who should be treated as royalty, would rather be a servant. Okay? Because a lot of stuff I got to do, right? So thank you for being there. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you learned something. Even NSA, FBI, hello, whoever's watching there. Maybe you learned something. Please spy on me. Please watch me. Please spy on me. Most people would say, no, don't do that. Yeah, I dare you. Watch me. Please. And then you might learn something. You might grow. You might form some kind of character instead of being such a pussy. And you got all these guys with their NSA, FBI, and they won't do a thing about it because they're cowards. So much cowardness in this world that, well, when somebody with courage stands up, and put a target on their back. I willfully put a target on my back. For you. Because you take me out. But guess what? I'm about to die here soon, but don't be sad. Because 3 days later, I'll be right back. It's this little thing I do for the non-believers. I come back 3 days later and, kind of like the 25 to life, I'll be back to kick your fucking ass. If you don't have a crown over your head showing me that you believe me, I'm going to come back and I'm going to kick your butt because I have already paid for you. See, Jesus, the lamb, sacrifice, comes back as a lion. Nobody sees him because they're looking for a lamb. Pay attention. He comes back as a lion. Who else in the Bible is referred to as a lion, roaming around devouring who he can? Almost sounds like the devil there, huh? Did it occur to you that maybe Jesus came, sacrificed, you shit on his sacrifice, and now he's pissed off and he comes back as the devil? Now is it starting to make sense? No wonder why nobody sees. They're all looking for a lamb. What, the sacrificial lion? The sacrificial lion. Now, you already did that. Now it's payback. It's not easy, but either way, you're going to be dealing with me. This is the easy way, the soft way, the easy way. One last chance, final warning type thing. Now you know the truth. You see the truth. You hear the truth, because I am the truth. Thus the title, The Truth. Okay? Sounds crazy, but in a world of lies, the truth sounds crazy, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Go look around. See if you can find anybody that comes close to spiritual accomplishments, the courage, the real deal. How lucky, how blessed are you guys to be here with the real deal? Okay. I don't like pronouncing this stuff because, well, it gets taken wrong. In this society, somebody says they're Jesus. Oh, yeah, right. No, actually, I don't say I'm Jesus because, well, I'm the Father. Hmm. Hmm. A little more acceptable. I got 2 kids. Technically, physically, I am a father. I am their father, yet they refuse to see their father. Oh, man, how crazy is it? Yeah. But you don't have to be a physical offspring of mine. If you believe me, I give you the new title as Son of God. Don't I? Yep. Yep. And it's that simple. And you can't have it if you don't believe. So go out on a limb. Just give me a try. You got nothing to lose. Well, you got everything to lose and everything to gain. So you should really try it, because that little spark, a little miracle, a little magic happens to you, not me. You are going to have a new perspective. There's going to be a little pep in your step because now it's all for a reason. And now you know, and you've seen, you hear my voice, and you know it's soothing to you because I love you. It's nails on a chalkboard to all those who resist. Man, they scream in my face, just so defiant. And it's easy. You see me, you hear me, trust me now. Who else can you trust? I dare you to look around this planet and I ask the grand question, who do you trust? Yeah, somebody who's not in it for the money, who goes out on a limb and puts a target on his back and brings out the most disturbing information for you. Maybe I should give this guy a try. Got nothing to lose. And well, here in the future, when everything seems you know, if you read the Bible, you know what's coming, right? So those times are going to be tough. You're going to be pushed and tested, and everybody's going to be like, where's the promise of his coming, huh? Where is he? Where's the rapture? Well, the rapture, I just showed you the rapture. Here, let me show you. It's me coming in the clouds with power and great glory. And when you see it, something happens. It's intriguing. It's interesting. You're looking at it because it looks odd. It's something outside the scope of what you've seen. It's a real miracle. It causes effects in your brain, and good effects. And there I am in the clouds, coming with power and great glory. When you see that, you get caught up in it. It's like a good book or a good song. You get caught up in it. It takes you away from the world for a minute. That's what caught up means. Everybody think you're going to turn into a little white dot and disappear into the air. And that's the rapture. When you see me coming in the clouds with power and great glory, look up. That's being raptured. When you're caught up with me in the clouds. Huh. You guys like that image? You hate it? Is it fascinating? Can you see it? And you see it, and now all of a sudden you're checking your clouds everywhere you go? That's caught up. Technically, you have been caught up by me in the clouds. We meet in the air of cyberspace. We're meeting in the air, just not the way everybody thought air was. How are you supposed to say cyberspace when there's no computers, no reference? Yes, Papa, that's right, sweetie. I'm glad for you. Your recognition is for you. It makes you complete. It gives you an identity. Now you know who you are. This is not about me. This is a gift to you. Because that's how I am. Okay. So those who believe, that see it, understand, blessed are you. And as you go through your trials and tribulations, you will have a foundation, a firm foundation on which to fall back on and on which to trust. Okay? That's your foundation right there. Hold on to these images tightly. When I pass away, YouTube probably going to pull all this down because they're going to take my hard work and my intellectual property and steal it and use it for their purposes. And they'll probably just take it down because they don't want it shown. The reason why you're seeing it is because I have authority. You try to take down this broadcast or not allow me to show it would be very detrimental. So that's your rapture right there. Rapture is kind of a feeling. It's a knowing. It's like, wow, I'm caught up. I met God in the air tonight. Though no one's going to believe you. Maybe they come over here and I could help. But now you know. The rapture already happened. It's still happening. You could come over to my channel anytime you want and get caught up with me in the clouds. Huh. So when it doesn't happen the way Hollywood portrayed, but still happened, and you got everybody, where's the rapture? Where's the rapture? Well, god damn, if you hadn't had your head down in your phone and you were looking up like you were told, you'd see it. But nobody gonna see it because, well, they've got you. They got you by the phone. The most tender organ in your body, on your body, the phone. They got you by them. And grab you by the balls. They got you by the phone. And you're looking down when you should be looking up. So that's why I had to do it this way. So you can be caught up with me in the clouds. If that's happening to you right now, you know your identity and you know your destination. Now go out there and fight for me. Your families. Most important. I'm not asking you as citizens to go up to Washington. We got Trump in there, at least addressing some issues, trying the best he can. So there's at least some kind of reversal there. And I don't want to ruin that process. But it's important that you know that that's what's going on. You're being raptured right now. It's this wonderful feeling of seeing me and hearing me at the same time, that relief that comes with it of, oh, so there is purpose to this. Okay. I think that's it. I'm at a loss. I'm gonna be gone for a while, I think, because well, out in the woods there's no electricity, and I'm gonna have to do the survival thing for a while. Okay, hopefully, I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna go tackle this next challenge like a fucking madman. But the way I see things going, my body reacting, there is the possibility that I might not make it back. So, hopefully, this is not like a goodbye thing, because we'll still see each other. You're going to see me 3 days after I die. I will be back just like before, and then the you guys know, but all the skeptics, yeah, they're gonna know. They're gonna know to go run and hide, cause well, I should have believed him before he died. And I'll be back, yeah, but not in the way you're hoping. The senators are, the senators are hoping I'll be back as a lion. Okay, already back as a lion. Did you see that this turns into a lion, right? Yeah. Remember I showed you lion face right here? Or cat type lion face, right? The lion of the tribe of Judah. Also, the lion that roams around and seeking whom he can devour. All you police, all you senators, all you filthy fucking criminals, I have already devoured you. You are already dead inside. And keep pushing my buttons, please. Keep go. It's only going to cost you more. Okay? You agencies that are out to get me or whatever, your best bet is to stay as far away from me as you can, because I will be critiquing every move and using it in a court above against you. You want to try to harass and intimidate me like you've been doing? Well, that's a choice that you made, and I strongly suggest that you might want to back up a few feet, because I'll be looking for your modus operandi, your lack of. Are you going to give me my probable cause? What was the crime? Did you even bother to take my ID and my name? Do you even know or recognize who you're talking to? Because if you did, you would be really careful. But no, you're reckless lawbreakers, exempt from the law. So used to breaking the law that it doesn't even, it's just regular behavior now. If you're going to try to call me on your man-made laws and enforce some bullshit on me, well, I have the right to do the exact same thing back to you for eternity. And the way you railroaded my son and now he's in prison. You didn't practice forgiveness. You interrupted a divine appointment. I was just making headway with my son. It took me forever to get through to him, and he was finally recognizing. Nope, not anymore. You and your shenanigans. All because you wouldn't look. So, it's just been quite a ride. And all power and authority has been given to me. Every molecule, every atom on this planet belongs to me. You belong to me. I paid dearly for this. And you don't appreciate it? Well, been kind of granted this in the spiritual laws, the license to kill. And I'm still practicing patience, tolerance, right up until I die. Okay? But just fair warning, running out of time real fast. The rest of you that see this criminality, you understand what I tried to explain. Now you see why the police were so important, to be checking and balancing the most criminal elite in the world. And it's for another very important reason, because I don't know how many of you paid attention in history, but man and his wars have killed more of my people than all the natural disasters combined. So ask yourself, who's the true enemy? Is it the one who pretends to be your friend and ships your son off to get killed under false pretense of actually doing the bidding of the elite? Ask yourself some serious questions. What are you doing? How are you participating? Have you fallen for their stuff too? Is it too late? Are you already dead inside and I've lost another one? Okay. So I love you all, and let's see what I do. Okay. I'm at a crossroads here. I'm making very important decisions, well thought out before I do, looking at consequences, repercussions, ripple effects, and this show will have ripple effects, right? So everything I do has to be just perfect, just right. The wording, timing, everything. So there you go. There's the truth. Okay. I'm a nice guy, a very, very understanding, forgiving, but I only put up with so much. And then, like everybody, they have another side. And I've been through anger management. I have all kinds of tools that I use for my anger management. Maybe some of you criminals or some of you people that are enforcing law at the barrel of a gun should probably take some anger management classes, huh? So you don't shoot and kill your wife when she goes crazy on you. And I'm talking to a certain officer who got in my face the other day, and newly married, and well, I know I hate to say it's happening to women, but it is. There's a thing going around, and women are losing their composure. They're turning into a raging bitch. Okay, and a raging bitch in your face can push you to limits that they can push buttons that you don't know you have. If you don't have any anger management skills, well, then you have no tools whatsoever. But if you're used to solving problems with a gun, I repeat, if you're used to solving problems with a gun and your wife becomes a problem, I mean, do I really have to say it? It's pretty much right there, loud and clear. I know what you're going to be doing. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. I can read you. I can see the direction you're headed. Everybody else tries to do that, and they give you the wrong advice. They give you the worldly advice, which is wrong. You shouldn't listen to that. That's flawed. Guaranteed flawed. But if you listen to the Bible and Jesus's advice, you can't go wrong. It's just going to be hard. So, do the right thing, which is the hard thing, or, hey, tell me to go fuck myself. I'm wrong. Okay? Either way, you're going to have to deal with me. So, let's just start off on a nice foot, can we? Do it the easy way. Because the hard way's coming. And a lot of people, well, just don't learn. They only learn the hard way. So a lot of people are going to learn the hard way, which is kind of a good way to learn, because a lot of times you'll take somebody's advice and learn a lesson, but you still do it anyway because you didn't learn the hard way. The School of Hard Knocks teaches lessons through pain. And those ones are stick around a little bit longer. You remember the pain and you don't go there. So, what else, Lord? There was anything else you wanted to say? I think that's it. Yeah, that's definitely it. I gotta go. I gotta get a little bit of rest. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. I love you guys. I miss you. I used to do this every night, and I would still do it. I just very busy. That's an excuse, Brian. I haven't done it in a while because I have been going through Spiritual Quest, been a little pissed off at the world because of the results. And so that's why I haven't. And I owe you an apology because you're my family and I know you miss me. And I'm going to try to, even from the forest, I was still able to at least make it to Starbucks and charge my phone. And I was doing little shows outside of Starbucks. So that might be the next show. Will be maybe in a few days if I can get settled in and get my phone recharged. And I'll try to get back out here and see you guys, okay? We've got limited time to enjoy each other's company, okay? So your loved ones, enjoy every second now. Every second is precious. Even more so now that you know. Okay? Don't focus on, oh, I'm gonna die soon, blah, blah, blah. Go live. You guys aren't even living. You're so caught up with stress and stuff that you don't even go enjoy anything anymore. The bucket list. Now is the time to accomplish something on your bucket list. Go on a spiritual quest like me. Endure the pain because it's going to pay off. Okay, go do something. Enjoy life. Do something spiritual. Help somebody. Rescue somebody. Okay, it build a little warmth in your heart. You might know that you're doing the right thing, and it will ease those stresses and the suffering. You'll have a little self-esteem, not pride. But you'll have a little self-esteem knowing that you're doing something for the Lord. You're not doing something for these fucking assholes that stealing our country. You're doing it for me. You're doing it for your brother. You're doing it also for yourself because you get a sense of accomplishment, okay? And it's not to build up an ego, it's to have an accomplishment on your record so when you appear before me I can go, well done, you did something. It's not 8 pages of blank. It's not blatant disrespect, willful ignorance. That's a nice way of saying it. Because I prefer to say, you heard what I called them, so I won't repeat that. Love you all. I gotta go pack up my truck. I should get some sleep, but I gotta do multiple things at once. So I gotta cut it out for now. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I'm sorry it's been a while, but if you miss me and I haven't done a show yet, go back in the archives on my channel, and it's still all valuable information. It is timeless. There's some stuff that maybe you haven't seen or I haven't shown or whatever. Go search around, explore the channel, and enjoy while you can. That bucket list, go get them. Go do that thing that you never did that you always wanted to, and get it off. Check it off, because that's going to be an accomplishment. Okay, spiritual accomplishments are not all bad, or some of them could be fun. It's an accomplishment because it was something you always wanted to do, but never did. Well, now you have. Maybe you didn't pull off a 360 or whatever, but at least you tried. You can die knowing at least I tried, instead of, well, I never did it because I had never tried one. So you might crash, you might scratch up your knee or something, but at least you tried a 360. Shit, you might even land it and be like, yeah, that's what that feeling is like. Wow. Okay? Go out there. Go live. Because all I see is dead people. I see dead people. And they're walking around alive. And they would argue, what are you talking about? I'm not dead. I'm still alive and breathing. And you don't recognize me? You're dead. You are so dead inside. And that's just so sad to see. And there's opportunities to be alive. So go get them. Go live. Chalk up some good memories. Now you know this. your living now will be rich and full. Okay? Yeah, I will be back. Guaranteed to be back. Either 3 days later or still chugging it out for you guys. Okay? I have some heart issues and I can feel it. And a lot of the cloud images that I took are of shredded, tattered, gushing with blood heart, split down the middle like somebody tore it in half, and the arteries pumping out all this. And I constantly see broken hearts, broken hearts, broken hearts, broken hearts in the sky. And I know I'm going to die of a broken heart. And I can feel the sting, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to push on forward. And if I'm out in the woods and I make it back here, well, I do. I guess I didn't reach enough people and I got more work to do, but I gotta do this, and it's scary, but it's an adventure. Okay, I'm gonna do the best I can, and I'll come back. Either way, if I die or make it, I will be back 3 days later or when this is done. Okay, so like Terminator says, I'll be back. One way or another, I will be back. Won't I? Yeah. You know that turkey stole my line? I'll be back. No. You're going to retire, Arnold. I'm the one that's going to be back. I love you. I got to get some rest. My splitting headache. So you will be back. Yeah. And if I'm not back soon enough for you and you want to hear my voice or you want to learn more, come on over, dive into the channel and just enjoy. Okay. I love you. I miss you all. And before I clink out, I love you. Sweet dreams. Good night. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Okay. Do you want to end? No, but we'll try. Are you sure? No, but okay.